Hi! If you're watching this, it's because you have had a behavior database set up for you to use in your classroom, and this how-to video is going to show you how to set it up for your class and how to use it every week to get those lovely behavior reports. When you open this window up, you see the switchboard. The switchboard is the same thing that you use in the AP database, only different purpose. But for right now, just this once, when you're setting up, you need to come back to this window back here, and if you can't see it, move the switchboard. This is the actual database back here. When you use the switchboard, you're using it to access the different parts of the database, but all the tables and everything are stored on this window right here. And now what you need to do is add your class list. You can do that by going to the info table, double click it, it'll open up. You need to put a number for every student, whether you use, I call it mailbox number because that's just what mine are, but you can use whatever behavior chart number you have for them. And I'm just going to put in a couple sample students. I count by fives in my room, that's why I'm using this. And after you've entered your whole list with their numbers and their first and last names, the records are automatically saved, and all you have to do is click to close. Now, if you're choosing to use the Book It or the Home Links section of the database, then you're going to want to do that too. But you don't need to go into these behavior tables at all. You add those records only from the switchboard. But if you want to add your kids to the Book It form, double click, and you don't need to put their names again, just the numbers that you have for your class. Okay. Then, if you want to use the Math Home Links to keep track of which units they've turned in, you can double click on that. And again, the same numbers that you entered in the info table with your student names go here. This should be a one-time thing unless you have kids that move in or move out and you want to take care of those records. And if that happens, just see me, because those situations are so specific that I can't just give everybody general directions for how to care for that. Let's go back to the switchboard now. Okay, you'll see there are three areas where you edit behavior records, other things to keep track of, and reports that you can look at. Okay. If you want to edit your daily behavior, which is what you'll do at the end of every day before you change all your cards back to green, you click on Edit Daily Behavior. Now I have a note up here to remind you, because you don't want to put your mailbox numbers in first. Every Monday you'll have to type Friday's date and all of your mailbox numbers into the grid. Now, when you put the date in, I can type 9/12/08. Now watch what it does when I tab out of that cell. It changed it to the proper date format. For some reason, the months don't use a 0, but the days do use a 0. So if it was 9/6, I would have 9/06 in there. Anyway, back down to here. Now you put your mailbox numbers in, and you put all of them in that you have every week. Now if number 10 moves away, I'm going to not put number 10 in anymore. Okay. Then you also change your colors, which you can just click to select, or like I showed you in our demonstration, if you hit the first color of it, the first letter of the color, R for red, it'll go to red. If you click B for blue, it'll do that. Or if you hit N, you can do no school, and you can do the whole row really quickly just by using your arrow key, N down, N down. And you can get all of them to say no school if we have no school on a particular day. There's also an option for you to show that somebody was absent that day. I usually don't even use that, but it is there. If you use the orange color in addition, it will show up in your list, but it doesn't show up in mine because I'm not using it. Okay. So it's Monday. I put my date in, I put my mailbox numbers in, and I did Monday's colors. Now I close it. Now Tuesday, I come back in and I click Edit Daily Behavior. It'll always pull up the current week. Okay, so I already have my Monday data here. I can change anybody that changed on Tuesday to their colors and close it. So it's a quick 20-second thing to add your behavior in every day. When it's Monday again, you'll have to add another week. So you come in, click Edit Daily Behavior, and I see this week's data here. if I just start changing these again, then I'm going to end up overwriting last week's data. So you never just want to change them again for a new week. You want to come down here and click the New button. It has an asterisk at the bottom of this form. Click New. Now again, don't type your mailbox numbers first, type the date first. So the next week ending Friday is 9/19/08. Again, it formats the date for me. Put in my mailbox numbers, and I can start editing this week again. I can always use these arrows down here to go back and forth between the weeks. And when you open the form, it'll always pull up the current week. So watch this. When I close it, open it again, it shows me the current week. Now this is why you don't want to go add all the Friday dates to the end of the year right now, because you always want to add this week's now, because that's the one that will show up when you open the form. Otherwise you have to flip through these arrows to find the week that you want every day, and it's just better set up that you add 1 week at a time. Okay, let's close that. Another thing that you can do is print your reports at the end of the week. When you want to print weekly behavior, you click the weekly behavior button. And this is where you need to know exactly how Friday's date is formatted. For example, I would not type 9/6. I would type 9/06. For some reason it doesn't want those zeros with the month, but it wants the zeros with the day. But anyway, I'm looking for the 12th, 2008, 4 digits for the year, and click OK. And it will show up on a form that you can print and separate for your students. It says your custom colors, what their meanings are, and the parent signature line, and return on Monday. If you need that changed, just let me know. I can always go in and change what that says. One other thing you can do with behavior is if you have a behavior team meeting coming up or a student assistance meeting and you want to show the chart of their behavior year to date, you can click on that button and enter their mailbox number. Hit enter, and it will show you a report with all of their colors for the whole year. Okay. So if you're only using the system for behavior, then you can go ahead and turn this video off now. But if you're interested in using the Bookit and the home links, then keep watching. To use Bookit form, you already put your numbers in the table. So now you're going to go to the participation section and your names show up automatically for you. Now October comes, you check through your Bookits, who did it, you click check, and if they didn't, just leave it unchecked. Then you can close. When you want to print for whatever purposes, for report cards or whatever, you just want to have a printable version, click on Bookit participation in the reports area, and you will get a report showing which ones they have turned in and which ones they haven't. Math Home Links is just as easy. Click on Math Home Links. Again, the names are automatically there, and you can just click the boxes for which ones they do turn in. Close, and if you hit Math Home Links Return down here, again it will show in a report form which students returned which home links. Okay, so I think that's about all for the database right now. I didn't lock you out of features like I did with the AP database, because everybody's got their own. So if you run into anything that you're stuck on, please tell me and I will come to the rescue. Happy databasing!